In 2013, developer company Ninja Theory reinvented one of the most classic hack and slash games in gaming history, Devil May Cry. Their new take on this legendary series was met with a little controversy amongst the hardcore fans of the series, and yes, that included me. The problem was caused by the new look for the game's protagonist Dante. Known for his iconic look, the long white hair and the red duster, the fans were shocked to see their beloved anti-hero turned into a young pretty boy punk, with not a single white hair to be found. Even Dante's cocky and slightly psychotic attitude had gone, replaced by a smart mouth and anger issues.
Hey Bob, put a spin on this.
But when I got over Dante's new makeover, and even cracked a smile at Ninja Theory's taunt/Easter egg in the very first mission, I found out that Ninja Theory had created something worthy of the name Devil May Cry. Two years since its original release, it's now had the next gen treatment. That means it's been scaled up to 1080p, but my favourite part is the oh so silky smooth 60 frames per second. Now this video is only at 720p, and yes, I did say the game was at 1080, which does look better, but not by much. The reason why this isn't in 1080p is because the capture card I'm currently using won't record at 1080p and capture 60 frames per second, with the latter looking so much more noticeable and making the game look much better. I chose to keep it at 720 so you guys can enjoy the higher frame rate. But with the upgrade to 60 frames per second, Devil May Cry has never looked better. But if you think the only change is purely cosmetic, you'd be wrong. You actually get quite a bit of bang for your buck. Included is Virgil's Downfall, which is DLC based around Dante's insidious brother. He also gets his own survival mode called the Bloody Palace. There are new skins for Dante himself, allowing you to don his old gear, but without his old voice or mannerisms, it feels a little tacky rather than nostalgic.
Now there is a face only a mother could love.
You also get new skins for Dante's weapons, and just like the other skins, they don't give you any perks or boosts. They just make the demon genocide look that much more stylish. There are more difficulties to try out, which adds some tough modifiers. And finally, Turbo Mode. This baby speeds up gameplay by 20%. That might not seem like a big deal, but trust me, this is how Devil May Cry should be played. With all these additions, especially the 60 FPS, they make the roughly 8 to 9 hour story mode that extra bit better. If you are unfamiliar with the new story, allow me to fill you in. You play as Dante, obviously, on an anger-fueled mission to discover his past, free humanity, and take revenge on Mundus, the Demon King, for ripping his mother's heart out and banishing his father for all eternity. With the aid of Kat, a human witch trained in demonology, and your brother Virgil, you will fight your way through hordes of demons in some of the most imaginative and impressive locations you will ever see. Boss fights are also a huge part of Devil May Cry, and while Ninja Theory have kept that tradition up, the bosses hardly make you break a sweat, unless you seriously crank up the difficulty. But even if they are a little too easy, they are still fun to be a part of.
You don't look a day over 12,000.
Fuck you!
Fuck you!
Fuck you!
As a self-proclaimed hardcore Devil May Cry fan, I was surprised at how much I liked the 2013 retelling. while I would still choose the old style over the new, purely because that's what I grew up with, and nostalgia is a bitch. This new, darker, grittier and slightly emo version is pretty damn cool, and coupled with the new frame rate, makes it a game you have to check out. I give DMC Definitive Edition an 8.5 out of 10.